Hey, didn't see you there. I was just enjoying nature. My name's McKinnon. I live here on the edge of Dartmoor, and some would say that I'm very, very lucky, maybe even privileged, to be living in such a beautiful natural environment. And what I want to do today is to talk to you and try and help you through the dark days of the lockdown by showing you how you can get out of that dingy room in which you're sitting and into the glory of nature to find food by doing a little bit of lockdown foraging. So, without any further ado, let's lockdown forage!
If you're going to go foraging into the hedgerows of Devon, you're going to need to make sure you've got the best possible kit so that you can take advantage of nature's bounty. So we're just going to give you a little overview of the kind of equipment that you're going to need to take with you.
Number 1, sharp tools, hatchet and claw. Number 2, length of blue nylon rope. Number 3, balaclava and mask. Number 4, paracetamol. Number 5, tape in a variety of colours and strengths. 6, measuring tape for social distancing. 6, other safety equipment. 8, musical instruments. Now that you've got your kit, let's go forage. Dartmoor, 350 miles squared of pristine nature. Who wants to go out to stinky old Lidl's or Asda and stand next to loads of dribbling infected people just so you can get your weekly shop? Nobody, that's who. So why not get out of your front door, take a little step down the road and see how you can get your head and your hands into nature's bounty. Dartmoor is full of food everywhere you go. Full of food. Look, food. Look there. Food. Look down here. Food. But you can't eat everything, folks. You've got to be clever about it. You need to know some foraging skills. Thank you. First rule of foraging. Don't talk about foraging. If people start to learn where your foraging places are, you're going to starve to death. Second rule of foraging is that food comes in the most unlikely of spaces. Get off the beaten path, get your hands dirty and have a look. We're just going to have a little route around here in the undergrowth and see what we can find. Sorry about that. Yep, I've got something. This is perfect. This is foraging gold, ladies and gentlemen. Foraging gold. This will see you through the lockdown. Look at that. Heinz baked beans. Now, you don't find these very often. Only in the springtime. Usually around the first week of May, which is what it is now. These are really highly nutritious. Take these home. Take them out of the tin. Put them on a bit of toast with a bit of cheese. Heat them up, obviously. I mean, some people have them cold, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, do what you want with them. But this is real good stuff. I can see we're going to have a really good foraging day today. Rule number 3 of foraging. Always follow the countryside code. We don't want to cause any damage. We don't want to leave any gates open. So please make sure that you respect nature. Foraging rule number 4. You've got to get to learn the lay of the land. You've got to learn the passage of time and seasons, the movements of animals and the traces in the ground. Look here. This is a sign that animals have been this way. And as we know, animals eat seeds, they drop things on the ground and things grow that we can eat. So let's just see what we can find if we just look around. Ah, perfect. Here we can see a trace of where an animal has been. So if we follow this spoor, we should be able to find a nice tasty meal. Yep, here's a bit more. Here we are, folks. Can you see this? Look, clearly some little animal has been along here and dropped these. So if we follow the trail, we should find ourselves a nice healthy snack. Yep, look, there's some more here. Yep, definite signs of animal activity. And yeah, sure enough, there we have it. Perfect quavers. Who could wish for a better, more nutritious find on this lockdown forage? Foraging rule number 6. Nature's not just going to give up its food for free. You have to get out there. You're competing with some alpha predators out there like squirrels, hamsters, moles and other creatures. You've got to get out early and you've got to be prepared to shake the tree to get the fruit. Jammy Dodgers, fresh off the vine.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes nature bites back. Foraging rule number 8. Stealth is really important when you're foraging. Can you hear me all right? Stealth is really important when you're foraging. You've got to be quiet. You don't want to be blundering around the countryside like some dick. Otherwise, you're not going to get the best stuff. It's the early bird that catches the worm. So you've got to take it quiet and stealthy like you're not there. Pepperami. Nature is raw in tooth and claw, and the next section of this film might be unsuitable for some younger viewers. Lockdown forage tip number 9. Hundreds of living creatures die. Hundreds of living creatures die on the roads of Britain every year. And this is tragic and very, very sad. But it's also an opportunity during these times, and difficult times calls for desperate measures. So don't be ashamed, because when it comes to roadkill, you can still eat your fill. This little fella didn't make it, but he's going to be a tasty addition to our dinner table tonight. Now I know I may have made this look easy. It's not. It takes years of training to get this good at foraging in the beautiful, bounteous nature of Dartmoor. But you can pick it up if you follow these basic rules. It's very rare that you find fruit and vegetables in the same place. And to get those things together, sometimes you need to dig beneath the surface. Lockdown forage rule number 10. Get beneath the surface. Result. Usually I get my highly trained truffle pig, Ray Mears, to dig this kind of stuff up for me. But unfortunately Ray didn't survive the first week of the lockdown. So I'm having to use my own highly trained sense of smell and touch to find the real gold under the ground. Let's have another go, see what else we can find to finish off tonight's meal. Tasty. Well, look what we found on this fantastic, glorious day in Dartmoor. We've got everything we need to keep us going during the lockdown. Look, we've got breakfast, lunch and dinner. Nature always provides, and you too can survive the lockdown if you just get out of your dingy little smelly flat and do a little bit of lockdown foraging. Cheers. Oh shit.